So today I want to show you how to automatically add Pinyin tone colors to cards in Anki. And so what I've done is I've made a test deck here, and I've made a new kind of a new card type for this. But you can add this to existing cards that you already have. So here I've made this card, and on the front you have Chinese characters. On the back right now you have nothing. So I'm going to go and I'm going to edit this. I'm going to browse to it. And when you browse to it, you can preview the card, but you can also edit the note type here. So I've made a new note type, and right now we only have one card. It has a front and a back. And on the back, I also want to see this field that I've created, and I can add it in here. I've made a field called Pinyin. So I go ahead and I add that. And I don't want this that they've added in. And I add this field Pinyin, and now on the back I've got this this Pinyin, and it's just right now. Oh, we want to add some tone marks here, so we can save changes, and I must make sure that I have tone marks. So I can have spaces, or I can not have spaces. So if I preview my card on the back, again we have that. So I go click cards here to edit the note type for this, and I see on the back we just have this Pinyin field. And the first thing I want to do is I want to add this span around the Pinyin. And the span has an ID of Pinyin, so that later on we can get the content of this and we can do things to it. So to make this really simple, you can just basically copy and paste wherever you want. So if you want to put the Pinyin on the front, you add this stuff to the front. I think most of the time you're going to want it on the back. So I'm going to add it to the back here. So we put this span tag around the Pinyin, and then you can go ahead and just copy directly all this code here, and you just put it underneath at the very bottom of your card. And don't want to copy that. Okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to do two things. First of all, if there's no spaces in between your Pinyin, it's going to split up your Pinyin into syllables. And if there is spaces, so there can be spaces or no spaces, then it's going to grab those and it's going to add styles to it. And so it's done it, but now the problem is we can't see anything because we need to add our own like definitions of colors. And I've made my own here as well. And there's a style for each one. So T1 is tone 1, tone 2, tone 3, tone 4, and tone 5 for no tones at all. You can also in Anki have night mode style. So I have the black mode, and I've changed the colors slightly to make them look better than they would if you just use these top ones are the default colors in Pleco. And I think there's two standards for tone colors, but I've chosen these ones that I think are the default in Pleco. And then I've added my own night one where I just tweak the colors slightly to make them look a bit better on the black background. All right, so basically you add the styles in there. You don't have to add this card. It just makes it look a little bit better for just a basic layout. So wherever you're going to use it, you're going to put your Pinyin field. You're going to wrap it in these Pinyin quotes. And then this is quite a lot of stuff, and I think maybe later on I'll put it in a separate file, but for now, just for ease, you just paste it right in here. And everything from this first script to this / script, and that's going to automatically add your Pinyin tone colors. And I can see that when I press preview. And I've made it that it will automatically add spaces between. Whether or not you've got spaces, that's up to you. It does work for if you have no spaces. If you have spaces in between every syllable, it will still work. And if you have some combination of the two, it will also work. And if you want to change colors, you can just go into your cards and styling and change the colors here yourself. This uses HTML colors. But yeah, that's the basic, easiest way. There are some other ways on the internet that I've seen some other people have done things. But then it requires you to put your own tags inside of every time you add a note. And this is like the easiest, most automatic way that I can find so far. So I'll post all the code and all of that. So you can just copy it in the comments. in the description. And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section.